Hey, what's up guys? Cake, aka Ty, coming at you with another Dokkan battle video. And today, we're going to be talking about this, the top TOP summon banner that's coming out on Sunday, which is a few days away. On Global, it's 4 days away, I think. I'm a little tired today, so if I make mistakes, please make fun of me in the comments, because, ooh, she's been a rough one today. But, yeah. I just wanted to go over the banner real quick, see if I think it's worth it, whether or not pulling either of these two guys is great, which, I mean, it always will be, but is it worth spending your stones, especially with what's coming up next, the 350 million download celebration. So, let's get into it. Let's look at the two main units on this banner first. We got Goku Black, Rose, probably one of the best LR, not arts, but like his aura is chef's kiss. It's amazing. His leader skill is Future Saga category 4 key and attack and defense, HP attack and defense plus 130%. I mean, it's the LR category lead buff, so what can you ask for? I mean, UI Goku's of Realm of Gods, same thing with the 4 key and the 130% all stats. That's amazing. So his super attacks are greatly raises defense for 1 turn on his 12 key, and greatly raises defense for 1 turn. So they do the same thing, but obviously his 18 key will do more. His passive is attack and defense plus 60%, plus an additional attack plus 6 per key meter up to 120%, plus 2 with each final blow delivered, and recovers 6% of HP in turn which attack was received. Jeez, I've never read that out loud. But man, those passives can be a jumble of words. So if I remember correctly, the reason he does so much damage is because his passive multiplies into itself. So instead of just adding the different percents in, like the 120%, I think it multiplies off the 66%, which is why he gets so much damage. And the fact that he gives himself key for delivering the final blows, I mean, he does so much damage that there's a good chance he will be delivering the final blows. So, it's not a bad way to give him free key. I mean, what do we have for links down here? We have Super Saiyan, Fear and Faith. That's a good link. That's a good link for like evil characters. Dismal Future. Basically all the future units have that. Big Bad Bosses, always 10 out of 10. Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. And just looking at this guy, I have to imagine how good he is with the upgraded link system on JP. I should look into that, because now I'm super curious, because he's probably amazing. And as a stats, so this is at 55%. He has 1800 attack. That's definitely not bad by any means. But Rainbow, he's at 21. That's quite a bit for an LR. I mean, it's nowhere near like the top hitting list, I think, for attack, but it's definitely up there. And his 12 key multiplier is 200. Or it's 150 at 12 and 200 at. So yeah, all those additional things. Yeah, see, his is calculated separately. So for a max boost of, yeah. So that's like what I meant when I was saying like it doesn't add it. It calculates it differently. So for the actual boost he's getting at the end is 265%. So that's kind of crazy. And then he has this rage mechanic, which is how do you get the rage mechanic? Rage can be activated while HP is 66% or less, starting from the 6th turn. So 6th turn kind of sucks, because I feel like rarely, if you're doing a Dokkan event or basically anything other than the Legendary Goku again or Dragon Ball History, you're probably never going to see that. This guy hits so hard, I doubt in even Super Battle Road you'll probably be like demolishing the units in there, so you will probably never see this. But I'm sure it would come up every once in a while, and when it did, it would be super helpful. Because, I mean, rage modes are whatever nowadays, but they're good just for free damage. So, and what are his categories? Realm of Gods, always good. Patara, always good. Future Saga is always getting better. Time Travelers they need a new lead, but it's pretty good. Kamehameha, amazing team. Exploding Rage and Inhuman Deeds. So definitely a good buff for these two teams at the end here. I don't know if any of these other ones, other than maybe Time Travelers, needed it. But I'm gonna say I'm probably more excited for this guy than I am for Broly. Not that I don't like Broly, but that I just like Goku Black Rose. Especially, I love the aesthetic. I like the pink hair. What can I say? It looks pretty, looks cool, and I love that he's just British Goku. He's evil British Goku, which is awesome. So, let's take a peek at Broly, Chile, and Lemo, which my friend is super excited to summon. I hope I get them, don't get me wrong, but I just want Goku Black a little bit more. But I think these guys overall are a much cooler and unique unit because of just the way their passive is. But we'll get to that in a second. So, leader skill, movie bosses, category key +4, and attack, HP attack and defense 130%. Definitely not bad, because sometimes I find the movie bosses team, because it's sometimes Saiyans, sometimes Namekians, sometimes like a bunch of different stuff. Bojacks, and their key can be an issue sometimes, but with 4 key that'll definitely help. So, and then I think the 4 key in the 100 good battlefield leader skill for the secondary. Greatly raises attack, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and lowers attack on his. That's pretty good on the 12 key. So the 12 key is definitely worth getting in some situations. But then your 18 key is greatly raises attack and defense. So yeah, I can see that. But man, in Super Battle Road, that greatly raising defense and lowering attack on that 12 key is pretty good. Attack and defense plus 15% per key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack and defense plus 5% and key plus 2 per key sphere with 2 or more physical key spheres. So this is why they're super cool. They get different buffs depending on what key orbs they get, which is super, like, there's not another unit in the game that does this, right? I'm not going crazy trying to think that they are the only ones that do this, because I'm pretty sure they are. Because if you want to make them more powerful, you want to make them like a nuking unit almost, you give them the physical key spheres. If you want them to be a attack support for the rotation, you give them AGL or STR. And then if you want them to give the defense to the rotation, you give them Tech or Int. And if you give them 7 more orbs of any color, they just guarantee dodge. Unless you're against Int UI Goku, who can't be dodged. But still, that's incredible. That's insane. That's so cool. The fact that they just are like, hey, give me 7 key orbs, key spheres, oh my gosh, and you'll never be able to touch me. That's so cool. That's just like... And the fact that like you can use them in any situation almost. If you need them to do damage, you give them physical key spheres. And if you're in a situation where it's like, well, I can only get 2 STR key spheres, but it's like, I guess that gives you put them in, you give everybody attack on the rotation, including themselves. So it's like, I mean, I don't see. They're such an interesting unit, and I think they're going to be pretty useful for a while. Their links are Brainiacs, not a bad attack link. Attack and defense. I forgot to give defense. And then solid support. I don't know who this link else. Who else has this link? So we're gonna take a peek. Cold Judgment, always good. Defense. So, okay, no, I had a moment. Are these the upgraded key links? No, because the big bad bosses, when it's fully upgraded, is just attack and defense plus 25% for free. Get shocking speed as their key link, never bad. Fierce battle and legendary power. Solid support. Who else has this link? Oh, Oob. Oh. I didn't know Goku and Frieza had that link. Oh, this Trunks hat. Okay, no, there's a lot more units with this link than I thought, so never mind. Oh, wow, there's a lot more. Opaya Time has it? Okay, dang, okay, well, I guess I didn't know that link was a thing. Whatever. And his categories, their categories, I should say, are kind of meh. They have movie bosses, always not bad, and join forces. Not the best, but I feel like on movie bosses, they're going to be extremely useful. Let's just scroll down a little bit, and their multiplier is 150 at 12 and 200 at 24. Raises the additional damage. So yeah, it's the 50% raise and lowers attack by 20% for 3 turns. Cool. So yeah, these there's not a lot to say about this unit, honestly, but just how cool they are and how unique they are. Like, the fact that they can do so much in one card is kind of insane, and I'm barely ever going to remember what any of them, like all the different key orbs do, because that's like one of the things I just feel like I'm going to forget. But I would be totally pleased to summon them and get them and use them. I mean, Extreme Physical could always use a little bit more help, right? And then, I mean, their stats aren't bad. They're a little low on the attack side, but their HP is kind of crazy, actually. Holy crap. Their HP and defense are really good. So I think overall, pulling either of these guys overall would be a W for you either way. But we're not just here to talk about the banner units. We're here to talk about the banner itself. So let's scroll down a little bit, and we'll see Wrathful Broly, Paragus. The Wrathful Broly with his EZA is actually really good. Paragus, I use him every once in a while. I can't say he's great, but I don't think he's bad by any means. This Goku is really good whenever you're fighting a movie boss's category enemy because he gets 77% damage reduction overall, which is kind of insane. This Vegeta, they shafted this Vegeta so hard, we're just going to take a quick peek at him, because he gets guard when he's a Super Saiyan God. Where is that Super Saiyan God? Vegeta, here they are. He gets shafted quite hard, because, like, honestly, in the Broly movie, right, Vegeta beats the crap out of Broly, not Goku. Goku gets clapped pretty hard, but they made the Goku way better than the Vegeta? And here's what I mean, because you see, like, Ki plus 3, and you're like, okay, attack and defense plus 100%, not bad. High chance of guarding attacks. Now, high chance is, for this, let's take a peek. High chance is 50% chance, which is pretty good. You have coin flip, right? I have never found that this activates when I need it to. I always get, I'm like, oh, Vegeta's guard will activate. Throw him there, he gets absolutely clapped. And I don't know why that's a thing. And he also gets a high chance of stunning if there's a movie boss category enemy. Which, I mean, is only going to be applicable really in Super Battle Road nowadays. 40% chance, that's not bad. But the Goku's better. And hopefully these two get easy A's at some point. Because I think if they easy A'd Vegeta and just gave him his guard all the time. And like gave Goku the damage reduction all the time, but gave him some damage reduction some of the time. And then when he's up against, like, keep the movie boss category thing. Because I think that's a pretty broad scope of things to choose from, because there's a lot of movie boss category enemies in the game. This Beerus got his EZA, and he's a support now, if I'm not mistaken. I have him done on my account, I just never use him. We'll take a peek here. Oh, sorry, my mouse has been being weird, so I have to use a crappy one. Let's take a peek. Yep, Worthy. So, oh yeah, he's the Worthy Rivals category. So there's a reason I haven't used him. I don't have Piccolo, so that's why I wouldn't have used him. I mean, he's not bad either way. An attack and defense plus a high chance. Okay, so he's got an 8 defense, and he's got a high chance. So what's the high chance? Let's scroll down real quick. High chance, 50%. So that's for 200% attack. That's not bad. I mean, he's not bad, but I mean, you probably want to use the physical Beerus over him 90% of the time. Whis' fodder. This Goasu and Zamasu, phenomenal unit. I use them quite a bit when I'm doing challenge runs because they have that. I think it's a 70% chance to dodge. Take a peek. And all allies. It's all allies too. So Ki plus 2 and defense plus 70%. So that's really good. And then they basically automatically super attack if you're against an extreme class enemy. And they do indeed. They have a 50% chance to evade. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of UI Goku. But 50% is definitely relatable. You can definitely count on it in clutch situations, because I have before. And honestly, this unit's never let me down. It's weird, because I just said 50% chance for guard never seemed to kick in. But 50% chance to dodge. I don't think these guys have ever gotten me killed in an event. Just because they also give that 70% defense to the whole rotation. I think they're a really good unit. But, and then, this Zamasu is okay if he gets an easy A. If these two get easy A's, they'll be pretty good. This one's trash. But this one's okay for hard events because he's got the damage reduction when he's awoken. And he heals himself on a super attack. So he's not that bad. But, let's get to the point that everyone cares about. The LRs. So, on JP, this is the first one they put. So they had all these on there. Hopefully, what I was trying to say was, hopefully Global we'll get UI Goku on here, because that, I think, would shoot up for people like me, who didn't pull him on his initial banner, in sadness, we'll have a chance to pull him again, because I would really like a chance to pull him again, because he wasn't on the ticket banners like this Tech Broly was. So last year, during the Global 4th year anniversary, Tech Broly was out for Global, but it wasn't out for JP, but they put him on the Global the ticket banners, so you had a chance to pull him. Excuse me. But hopefully they'll throw UI Goku on here, because if I were to pull units in order, I'm gonna say Goku Black Rose because he's new and he's cool. UI Goku, hard second. Probably tied for first. Like, those two would be 1A and 1B. Kale and Khalifa, because I don't have them. And then Tech Broly, because I also don't have him. And then Beerus and the Trunks and Mai are, like, tied for last. Because I don't have either of them, and I want them just for my collection. Because I do like having the most powerful units in the game and all that stuff, but I am, at heart, a collector. I just want to have everything. So even having, like, one Beerus or one Trunks and Mai would be great, but having units that I would use more often than not would be even better. And if I could pull the STR Whis from the Beerus banner, super cool as well. That's like the unfeatured card that I'm trying to pull like super hard right now. But I don't think there's much else to talk about. I think I'm gonna give my personal opinion here. You should probably save your stones for the 350 million download celebration because we don't know what it is, and if you're on global, there will probably be tickets and buy 3 get 1 free. So if you're on global, it's always probably a better chance to save your stones for those. But I am not a proprietor of you should summon for the best units in the game. You should summon for what you want to summon. You should summon for the units that make you smile when you pull them. And that's why I'm going to summon on this banner. Not a whole lot. Probably throw like a few hundred stones, maybe 3. I'll probably buy all the cheap sales. And then we'll go from there. I throw around like, yeah, 300 stones I'd be pretty happy with. If I didn't get them, whatever, I'll get them later. I have enough coins to grab somebody, but if I cold pull one of them, that would be super. But I'm going to say save your stones, but once again, summon on whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you what to use your stones on. Have fun. It's a game. That's the whole point. But like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, hit that thumbs down. Tell me what I did wrong and what I can do better. Hit that red subscribe button if you don't mind. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Gets me out there a little bit more. And I think that'll be it for today. Have a good day, guys. And bye, guys.